On the IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm at the Hilton Hotel Liverpool today for the NATASHA Jonas press conference. Just announced she's turned professional with Mr. Joe Gallagher. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Coogan and James Adler couldn't be asked coming up today, could they not?
Oh, important.
They only do the big jobs, do they? Eh?
No, we've got a film premiere tonight, so they're at home getting ready.
Right, okay.
They get the big stuff.
Yeah, I know. Mate.
Your first female boxer, you're going to be training.
Yeah.
Have you found that in the gym?
Yeah, been a refreshing change. Nothing really changed really. She's just come in, done her work, got involved, had some good sparring sessions. She's been privy to see some great sparring sessions that's gone on in the gym before the big fights recently, obviously with Liam Smith and Crawler, and she's really excited and enjoying it, and especially coming from a Team GB setup where they're there as a team, I'm out of them. She's coming into a team where there's been Callum Smith, Scott Cardle, she knows, and it's a team environment, so it's been an easy transition for her.
Well, she said that when she was an amateur she had a good rapport with you anyway. Yeah. She sort of become a household name after she fought in the Olympics, but did you know her quite well before that?
Yeah, I know Tasha before that. I'm well aware of her, obviously on the local scene, come to shows in Liverpool and she was there and that, but nothing more than really good luck in your tournament and all the best, and that was it really, just short and brief. So surprised really when she messaged me. Obviously
she said that Stalker, Mr. Tom Stalker, has said to her like, go on, have a go, and it put it in her mind, and she was going home and shadow boxing thinking, you know what, maybe I can have a go. When she messaged you, what was your first thought?
Yeah, I was like flattered really, because she's such an immense talent, and I said to her, listen, have a long hard think about it. If you want to do it, then we'll give it a go. We'll start baby steps, and I think we've been training now 8 weeks, and she's done a bit of everything that I've asked for, a bit of sparring. She had her first open tough spar yesterday, and no, she's really enjoying it. She's took advice from like Joshua, Tony Bellew, the Smith brothers, and Tom Stoker, and she's done her homework. She's asked around and took good advice, and she's a smart kid.
I know up in the GB setup sometimes they stick they do mixed gender sparring. I mean, are you going to be a fan of that, or are you going to stick it to?
No, she's moved around with Stephen Smith, Scott Cardle. She's been doing bits in the gym with them, so no, she'll fit in and spar with them when needed.
Obviously, Scott Cardle, he's got you fighting, defending his British title. Is it this weekend?
This weekend
in Scotland. Obviously, it was the open workouts today.
Yeah.
Didn't fancy going?
No, listen, there's no point going up there to come back. Cardle's got work to do here still, and Scotty Cardle will be going up Thursday for the press conference there on Thursday. So
tough fight.
Yeah, listen, there's not much of Robbie Barrett about. He's coming off a good win over Kevin Hooper. He had a bit of a mixed start to his career. Got some good run of form now of late, and had a good training camp with Scott Cardle. Scott Cardle's always been good against southpaws. I don't have to, from an amateur style, he's always done well on the international stage. Southpaws a professional. He's beat Craig Evans, beat Maxie Hughes. So yeah, southpaw, front foot, back foot. Scott Cardle can adapt, and it's how you beat Scott Cardle's the problem.
Obviously, Ricky Burns, he's getting on now. He's fighting. Trying to go for another world title. I mean, the man never stops. In Dongo, I believe, is the opponent. Have you seen much of him?
No, I've not. I've heard about him. But I'm really looking forward to that fight. I think it's a really good fight. Ricky, when everyone thought he was done, has kept pushing on, and like you say, he's become a 3-weight world champion. And no, I'm sure it'll be a packed house up there in Scotland. And obviously, he wins that. People have talked about fighting Crawler, but we'll have to see about that. Ricky Burns will have his own agenda. Most will be wanting to fight Crawford or somebody like that in a huge unification fight. So we'll just have to see what happens after the weekend.
Obviously, on the weekend, Jason Sosa entered the Matrix and got absolutely schooled by Lomachenko. Yeah. After obviously Anthony's fight with Linares called out Lomachenko. Lomachenko said he fancies Linares. I mean, could you see that fight happening?
Yeah, it could. It would be a great fight, wouldn't it? It's boxing. We're very blessed at the moment. We've got some talented fighters, and it'd be great now to see the likes of Garcia, Lomachenko, Linares all fighting each other. It's and Terence Crawford as well. Imagine the fights for them. It's just a shame. I feel Lomachenko, before he goes up, he couldn't have really got down to 126 and had that Rigondo fight. I'd love to have seen that. But like you say, we've got some talented fighters in this era now.
Just before the Lomachenko fight on BT Sport or BoxNation, there was your man Liam Smith fighting against Liam Williams. Funny end to it, split opinions, but when you was in the corner, was you a bit relieved that it ended the way it did, or could you see Liam getting that stoppage anyway?
No, Liam was on on the front foot. His tail was up, he was smelt blood, and he was looking for the finish, and he was turning the screw. Listen, my Liam, he had a bad cut from round 3, cracked on with it, and went about doing the job. Liam Williams got off to a good start. Like I say, he got that cut in the 7th round. He was cut with that injury at the end of round 7. Then obviously, like you say, Liam Smith came on strong, whether the cut worsened or whatever, but everyone can see the clash of heads had nothing to do with the eye injury whatsoever with the cut. And like I say, he went back to the corner, and Gary Lockett decided to end the fight. The referee didn't end it, I didn't end it, Liam Smith didn't end it, but Gary Lockett decided to pull Liam Williams out. So that was it. So Liam Smith becomes the winner.
The question's been asked: did Gary Lockett really need to pull him out? Would if he was in that situation, would you?
That's down to Gary Lockett. You got some trainers. You got to remember, Gary Lockett is a very good trainer. Not got to speak bad about Gary Lockett. He's a very good trainer. He knows his fighters more than anyone. I got immense stick a few weeks ago over Marcus Morrison. I know my fighter. Don Charles knew his fighter, and Frank Buglione. He could have pulled Frank Buglione out rounds 9 against Burton with cut eyes, cut nose, but he hung in there and turned it around with a minute to go. And that's boxing, do you understand? And Gary Lockett is a solid coach, and he never makes a bad decision. And if he felt that was the best thing to do, then that was the best thing for him to do, for his fighter to live to come and fight another day.
Very well said. Well, I mean, everyone wants to see it again. Can you see it happening again?
Yeah, of course I can see it again. It was a great fight while it lasted, and I'm sure people say there's unfinished business there, and yeah, it can happen. Me personally, I just want Liam Smith to fight for the world title. Whoever's in the opposite corner, whether it be Miguel Cotto, Liam Williams, whoever, but I just want Liam Smith now to go on now, and I think after that Liam Smith will become number 2. Cotto's 1, and the belt becomes vacant. You've got to remember, Canelo Alvarez is still world champion. That becomes vacant, then they may order that, but that's all I want. And if Liam Williams then wins and comes back, Liam Smith wins it, that's a great first defence. Whichever way, I'm sure that's unfinished business. That'll happen again.
Well, exciting times ahead, but obviously today's all about Natasha.
Yeah,
and,
of course it is. A great addition for female boxing. Obviously, Katie Taylor, Nicola Adams at the weekend, and now NATASHA JONAS, and Liverpool boxing is absolutely booming at the moment. The Smith brothers, Tony Bellew, and now, like you say, NATASHA JONAS as well. It's good times. All
right then, mate. Well, listen, obviously I know you're a busy man and a lot of people want to talk to you, so I'll let you crack on, but
brilliant.
Thank you for giving me a bit
cheers,
of time.
Thanks for making the effort to come in.
That's all right, mate. No worries.
No problem, mate.
Right, cheers. Thank you very much. Top man. Cheers.